Imagine an artist who sees the world not just with his eyes, but with his heart. He brings human fears, desires, and sins to life through fantastical and surreal imagery. This artist is Hieronymus Bosch. Living at the turn of the 15th and 16th centuries, Bosch combined religious themes with bizarre and sometimes terrifying figures, completely transforming the art of his time. His works were more than religious stories. They were journeys into the human psyche, moral and spiritual questions, filled with mystery and imagination. Today we'll explore his life, his masterpieces, and his influence on European art. Get ready to step into the fantastical and enigmatic world of Bosch. Already. Fact 1. Bosch's life. Hieronymus Bosch was born around 1450 in the Netherlands. Very little is known about his life, but he became one of the most mysterious and imaginative painters of his time. Bosch was not just an artist. He combined religious themes with fantastical and surreal imagery, revealing human fears, sins, and desires to his viewers. His work stood apart from traditional art because Bosch focused on the human psyche and moral dilemmas. Even today, his paintings are preserved in museums and continue to amaze audiences. This gives us a glimpse not only into his life, but also into his creative legacy. Fact 2. Fantastical vision. Fantastical elements were not merely decorative in Hieronymus Bosch's art. They were at the very core of his vision. Bosch saw the world not only with his eyes, but with his heart and imagination. In his paintings, heaven and hell, angels and strange, sometimes terrifying creatures coexist in the same scene. This combination astonishes viewers and encourages deep reflection on human nature, sin, and morality. Bosch created unusual creatures, hybrid animals, and fantastical plants. Sometimes human and animal forms merge, while ordinary life scenes intersect with mysterious and surreal imagery. Every detail and figure carries symbolic meaning, offering not only visual amazement, but also profound messages that make viewers think. His unique vision transformed the religious and artistic perspectives of his era. Bosch astonished audiences of his time and later inspired surrealist and fantastical artists. Even today, his works are preserved in museums, drawing viewers into his enigmatic and imaginative world, revealing the complexity of human nature. Fact 3. The Garden of Earthly Delights. Hieronymus Bosch's most famous and astonishing work, The Garden of Earthly Delights, is a triptych. This painting portrays not only heaven and hell, but also human desires, sins, and their consequences. The left panel depicts paradise, the central panel shows earthly life and pleasures, and the right panel reveals hell and the consequences of sin. The central panel is especially fascinating, featuring thousands of humans, strange creatures, fantastical plants, and mysterious objects. Bosch paid incredible attention to every detail, giving each figure and element symbolic meaning. The scenes are at once entertaining, terrifying, and thought-provoking. The Garden of Earthly Delights challenges the religious and moral perspectives of its time while conveying profound messages about human nature, desires, and morality. It represents the pinnacle of Bosch's fantasy and symbolism and continues to inspire surrealist and fantastical artists centuries later. Fact 4. Journey to Italy and its influence. Young and eager to learn, Hieronymus Bosch embarked on an important journey to Italy to further develop his art. At that time, Italy was the center of the Renaissance. Cities like Florence, Venice, and Rome were filled with architectural marvels, paintings, and groundbreaking ideas. Bosch closely observed the works of famous artists there, learning how they use perspective and proportion. He studied human anatomy, light and shadow techniques, and color harmony, adding these elements to his own work. This journey was not just about improving technical skills. Bosch brought the ideas and principles of the Italian Renaissance to Northern European art, making his works more complex and emotionally powerful. After returning from Italy, Bosch combined these techniques and ideas with his fantastical and symbolic vision, making his paintings richer, deeper, and astonishing to viewers. This journey had a profound influence on his creativity and helped shape his unique artistic style. Fact 5. Religious beliefs and symbolism. Religious beliefs played a central role in Hieronymus Bosch's art. He depicted Christian themes including heaven, hell, sin, and salvation. However, Bosch did not approach these subjects in a conventional way. He combined them with fantastical, sometimes terrifying, and even absurd imagery. In his paintings, the suffering of sinners in hell, the serenity of angels in paradise, and the consequences of earthly pleasures are portrayed with great care. Every figure and detail carries symbolic meaning and moral lessons. Bosch's aim was not just to create visually striking images, but to prompt viewers to reflect on human morality and spirituality. Thus, religious beliefs and symbolism became the backbone of his works, astonishing and provoking thought in viewers. This makes Bosch's paintings not only masterpieces of art, but also profound moral and spiritual lessons. Fact 6. Engraving and technical mastery. Hieronymus Bosch demonstrated remarkable skill not only with the brush, but also in engraving. His attention to fine lines and details brought every element of his work to life. Every figure, object, and even a tiny leaf or fantastical plant was rendered with incredible realism. Through engraving, Bosch conveyed not only religious and moral messages, but also visual astonishment to the viewer. His use of light, shadow, and perspective was extraordinarily detailed and realistic. Engraving allowed his work to reach a wider audience. His prints spread quickly across Europe, influencing countless artists. Thus, Bosch was not only a painter, but also a master of technique, captivating the attention of his contemporaries and future generations alike. Fact 7. Famous paintings and impact. Hieronymus Bosch didn't just paint simple pictures. He created fantastical worlds that amazed and astonished viewers. One of his most famous paintings is the Haywain Triptych. In this work, Bosch tells a playful yet terrifying story of human material desires and sin. The left panel shows paradise, the central panel depicts earthly life and pleasures, and the right panel reveals hell. Another renowned work, The Temptation of St. Anthony, portrays the moral struggles of humans and the enticing nature of sin through fantastical and frightening imagery. Every figure, creature, and detail captivates viewers, drawing them into a world of hidden meanings. Bosch's paintings were intended not only for beauty and technical mastery, but also to make people reflect on human nature, desires, and sin. His works had a significant impact during his time and in later centuries. Artists and audiences alike remain fascinated by the surreal, sometimes terrifying, but always thought-provoking worlds he created. Fact 8. Every detail feels alive. One of the key features that makes Hieronymus Bosch's art unique is that every detail feels alive. In his paintings, even a tiny leaf, a flower, a fantastical creature, or a stone is rendered with incredible realism. Viewers feel as if they could reach out and touch these details, and they would come to life in their hands. Bosch not only portrayed objects, but also the movements and expressions of figures with astonishing realism. You can see fear, joy, and guilt in his characters. Every emotion is vividly represented. These details draw viewers into the world of the painting, evoking awe and reflection. This meticulous attention to detail, combined with fantastical and religious symbolism, gives his works depth and life. Every element tells a story, allowing the audience to feel immersed in Bosch's extraordinary worlds. Fact 9. Where art meets science, EN. Hieronymus Bosch's art was not limited to fantasy and religious symbolism. He also incorporated scientific observation and realism into his works. Bosch carefully observed nature, studying the details of plants, animals, and human anatomy. These observations allowed him to harmoniously combine fantastical and realistic elements in a single painting. He skillfully used perspective, proportion, and light-shadow effects, which allowed viewers to immerse themselves more deeply and experience the scenes vividly. In Bosch's works, scientific accuracy and artistic mastery come together, rendering every figure, plant, and scene astonishingly realistic. Thus, Bosch did not merely create fantastical and religious imagery. He built a bridge between art and science, making his works beautiful, intelligent, and thought-provoking. Fact 10. Death and Legacy, E.N. Hieronymus Bosch passed away around 1516, but the impact of his art continues to be felt. After his death, his works continued to spread across Europe, inspiring artists, collectors, and critics alike. The fantastical and symbolic worlds Bosch created amazed not only his contemporaries but also future generations. His paintings remain a model for surrealism and fantastical art. Artists like Salvador Dalí, Max Ernst, and other surrealists drew inspiration from Bosch's imaginative universe to develop their own creative visions. Thus, Hieronymus Bosch is remembered not only for his time, but also for leaving an enduring mark on art history, blending fantasy, symbolism, and realism to make an irreplaceable contribution to European art. If Bosch's mysterious world fascinated you, and you want to hear more stories about incredible historical figures, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell.